Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monday, 4th of July. For those of you that are in the States, happy 4th of July. I know it's a very special day for you, and I wish I had an American flag, but I don't have one. But hopefully you saw in the chat, I put a little emoji for you all. So happy 4th of July. If you're here and you're in the US, thank you for joining me today because I know it's your holidays. So it's a special treat to have you with me. Today, we're going to be doing standing Pilates for balance, strength, and coordination. This is a senior Pilates level class. Now, what I mean by that is I'm going to be targeting the movements to really help with an older body. Okay, it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be easier, but it's going to be targeting the older body and the things, including me, the things that we need post 55. Because I am post 55 as well. All right, so we're going to do lots of really interesting exercises today. I've seen a couple of notes. Judith, hi Judith, who's mentioned about wanting another video for arthritis. Judith, I will add that to the list, so don't worry about that. But you should be able to do most of the exercises today. All right, so we're going to get started. If you want to stick around for the chat, come back at the end of the workout and I'll sit down. You can ask me anything you want, any questions, any tips, any advice that you would like from me. I'm here for you. All right, but let's get started on our workout. So here we go. Standing. Well, I say standing, it's all standing today. So we're going to begin with the feet hip width apart. And I want you to just draw the tummy muscles in. Let's have the hands on the hips to start with. And we're going to work from the feet upwards today, all right? So let's think of pulling the tummy muscles in, dropping the shoulders down, and then we're going to start by just lifting our toes up off the floor. So I want you to lift the toes as far up as you can. Then I want you to try and spread the toes out and then lay them down one by one on the floor. All right, let's try that again. So lift the toes up. If you want to do it with your hands like I'm doing, please do, because there is a connection between fingers and toes. A lot of people find it easier to use their hands as well. So laying down and back. One more time, let's lift those toes up. Let's spread them out and then let's lay them back down. Okay, so we're going to have the hands on the hips to start with, and we're going to start really, really simple. We're going to press into those toes, lifting the heels up. So I want you to press all the way into those toes. You might find your ankles wobbling, but coming up as high as you can and lower down. Then you're going to bend the knees a little and straighten. If you want a chair, have a chair if you need a chair to help you. Otherwise, try and do it without. So we're going to lift up, we're going to lower, we're going to bend and straighten. So the heels lift and lower. The knees bend and straighten. Lift and lower. Bend and straighten. Good. Lift and lower. Bend and straighten. Lift and lower. Bend and straighten. Now I want you to click your heels together. So now we've turned those legs out. So you're going to get a little bit of a stretch through the front of the hips here. All these movements are very nice for arthritic hips, okay, because they get things moving. So it's going to be the same sequence. We're going to lift the heels up. We're going to lower the heels down. We're going to do a little bend, bending as low as you can without your heels lifting. And then up. And again, so we're going to lift, lower, bend, and straighten. Lift, lower, bend, and straighten. Lift, lower, bend, and straighten. So we're working feet and ankles, also working the thighs, the glutes, the hamstrings, but we're focusing on that lower part of the leg. Good. Lift, lower, bend, and straighten. Once more, lift, lower, bend, and straighten. So keep that sequence in your minds. And now let's take those feet wider, as wide as you're comfortable with. Same sequence, all right? So we'll keep the hands on the hips to start with. Here we go. So you want to pull the tummy and squeeze the bottom. Lift the heels. This becomes a little more tricky here. Lift, lower, little bend and straighten. Lift, lower, bend and straighten. So working through the foot muscles here. That's it. So this is what I call our warm-up. Bend and straighten. Lift, lower, bend and straighten. Lift, lower. That's it. We'll do it 2 more times. Bend and straighten and lift, lower, bend and straighten. Well done. Let's walk those feet back until they're just underneath you there. Okay, and now we're going to start working a little bit with the knees. All right, so we're going to have our hands up and out to the side. And I'd love you to turn your palms up to the ceiling, just because it really does help get some work in those shoulders. If your arms get tired, you can pull them down. All right, otherwise let's reach them out. Bend the right knee, so weight is in the left leg. And we're going to float the leg up and down. And you're straightening it as it lowers. So we bend to lift, we straighten to lower. We bend to lift, we straighten to lower. Then to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more lift. Try and hold it there and see if you can bring your arms up in the air for a balance. That's it for 3, 2, 1. And take the arms down. Let's change legs. So exactly the same thing on the other side. So start with that leg straight. Let's take the arms out. Let's turn those palms up. Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. So standing nice and tall, think of lengthening through your spine. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and hold it here. See if you can bring your arms up for 3, 2, 1. Well done. And come down. Okay, so we're going to take the leg to the side. And I'm going to progress up in difficulty as we go through. So let's start with the arms down. Palms facing forward. Knee facing towards me. Working the side of the leg and the hip. Just going to do a little lift off the floor and low. And what we want to avoid is this. All right, we want to keep that weight down in this leg and then just float the leg up and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it in the air. See if you can bring your arms a little higher and reach them back for 3, 2, 1. Well done and come down. Let's set up for the other side. All right, so shoulders back, palms facing towards me, weight in this leg, tummies pulling in. Little lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. That's it. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold it here. See if you can bring your arms up, but take the arms back so you feel the stretch across the chest. For 3, 2, 1. Well done, and come down. So hopefully you're already feeling that there in those hips. We're going to take the leg to the back. So I'm going to rotate around. You're going to take your right leg behind you. We're going to pull the tummy in a little tip forward. Okay, this knee, we want this leg straight, but we don't want you locking the knee. So any issues with your knees, you can have those knees slightly bent. Take the arms forward. And you're just going to lift the leg, keep it straight to the back so you feel it in the bottom and bring it down. Little lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. That's it. Keep it going for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it if you can. And hold for 3, 2, 1, and come down. I forgot the hold there, which is why my arms are waving around. Okay, so swapping legs. Same thing. We'll do 8, or number 8, we're going to hold it for 3 counts. So let's bring those arms forward. Let's draw those shoulders back. Let's pull the tummies in, floating up and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and come down. Good. All right, let's do hips. So let's just start by having the hips, or the feet, should I say, apart, and just moving from side to side. Don't worry too much about technique. This is just to warm up all around the hips, all around your lower back. All right. And then from there, we're just going to find our hips in the center. Going to go a little bit wider. Okay, and we're going to bend this knee. And we're going to tip our body forward. So we're not rounding the spine. It's a nice straight back. We're tipping forward. All right. And at the same time, I'd like you to reach your arm out. Can you see? So you're reaching out and back. We're going to go the same way. So it's like a little rotation. Reach and back. And if you want to, you can take it a little further by rotating on the return. Reach and back. Reach and back. Good. 4, 3, 2. Now on 1, we're going to stay here. We're going to bring this hand down onto the outside of that leg. We're going to take the other arm up in the air, and we're going to push against this knee and try and turn the head and the chest to look up. So you're getting a nice rotation of the upper part of your spine. Good. And now you're going to come down, put both hands on this leg and the weight into this leg. So I'm pressing down with my hands quite a lot here. And we're going to do a little lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. That was a challenge, wasn't it? Okay, so let's do the other side. So let's just break it down. So we're going over. This arm is coming across. We're rotating. The other arm is going back. And as you come back up, little rotation the other way. So reach and up. So this is to get the spine really mobilized. All right, you just work within your own capability. That's what matters here. All right, let's just do what feels okay in your spine, what feels nice. Good, we're going to do 3 more. 3, 2, we're going to hold it on 1. 1, so we're here. Bring this hand onto the outside. Take the back arm up. That's it, up like that, good. Now turn and look up towards it. Use your hand to try and get a bit more rotation of your upper spine. Don't worry if you hear any clicks, that's just your spine realigning. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come back around. We're going to press down into this knee. So I'm pressing into that knee and I'm moving the weight all the way over. So it's off this leg. Then I'm going to do a lift, a lift, a lift, a lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, come back to the center and come all the way up. Very nice. Okay, so moving up, taking the hands behind the head, fingers interlaced, pull that head back into your hands. Now let's think about the elbow going down towards the floor. So nice side stretch and lifting up, and then other way, over and lifting up. So if you want to add the breathing, it's inhale over, exhale up, over and up, over and up. Good. Over and up. Last 2. Over and up and over and up. Let's bring those arms down, roll the shoulders, up, back, and round. Up, back, and round. Up, back, and round. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we have a real challenge for you today. So we're going to start the exercise like this. This arm is going to come forward, up, and back. All right, so let's just focus on this. This is going to work on the brain as much as the body. All right, so you've got that right arm, forward, up, and back. That's it. Keep that going. You get a little turn with it, not too much. Just freeing up that shoulder. Okay. All right, so remember that arm's going forward. Okay, it's going forward. This arm is now going to do the reverse. It's going to go back. 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 4, 3, 2, 1. And come down. Now you're going to bring both arms up. Okay, and we're going to do them both together. So one arm's going forward, one arm's going back. Circle around. Okay, this is where it gets really tricky, right? Your arms must be going in opposite directions. That's it. Have you got it yet? 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Right, now we're going to do the other side. This is where I have to really concentrate. Okay, so this arm forward. So let's do single arm first. So that arm's going forward, forward. That's it. So this is to get it in your brain, what this arm is doing. All right, so it's left arm forward. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now the other arm's going back. Back, back, back. Okay, have you got it? 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this arm back, this arm forward. Here we go. Good. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Try and coordinate those arms. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Now, apart from the fact you find that really difficult, that is really helping your brain renew neurological pathways. That's partly why I gave that to you. Okay, so that's definitely one to work on. All right, let's lift up, moving up to the neck. We're going to do a little tilt over to the side and come up. Other way, little tilt over and up, over and up. Over and up. 2 more. Over and up and over and up. And we're going to turn the head to our right and bring it back to center. Turning to our left and back to center. Right and center. Left and center. Right and center, left and center. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to work a little more on that coordination. Okay, we're putting arms and legs together now. So you're going to start with this leg out and this arm out. This hand can be wherever you want. It can be down or it can be on your hip, whatever feels right for you. We've got the weight in this leg. So you're going to float this leg off the floor, and we're working on the diagonal line. So this arm is coming down on the diagonal. This leg is going up until they meet. So you want to try and touch, and then you're going to reach them all the way back out. And you can feel that's quite the challenge, yes? Let's do that again. So drawing across and down and reach back out. So we're working to the diagonals now. That's it. You can do 2 more. So just 4 in total. And back. Keep standing tall. 1 more. and out and come down. If you can do that, that is absolutely brilliant. If this is difficult, it's just a little signal that you need to work on your balance a little more. So one to come back to. So let's do the other side. Got that leg out, we've got the arm up. So we've got that diagonal, can you see, diagonal line? All right, now raise the leg up and let's bring the leg and the arm towards each other so they touch, and then reach them back out. We're going to bring them towards each other so they touch, and reach them back out. Bring them across and back, and one more. Across and back. Wonderful stuff. All right, I'm going to go sideways, do a little bit more with those legs. Okay, so we're going to work on with our right leg. So weight is on the left, and with that right leg, I'm going to get you to put your hands on your hips. Okay, I'm going to stay looking forward just because I need to concentrate on my balance as well for this. You're going to bring the foot up. You're going to flex it. So the leg is in the air, the foot is flexed. And then you're going to reach that heel out. Okay, now you're going to try and take the leg back without touching the floor. So the foot hovers above the floor and it goes out to the back. And then you close. All right, so we're going to swap legs because I know it's quite challenging. So we're going to float the other leg up, left leg up. You're going to reach it out. You're going to flex the foot. Keep that tummy pulled in. Now draw the foot back, hovering it above the floor, and take it straight back behind you, and then close. Back onto the other side. Lift the leg up. Reach it out, flex the foot. Pull your tummies in as you sweep the leg back behind you. Keep the leg straight. And close. Other side, lift. Straighten, flex the foot. Sweep it back behind you. And close. We're going to do two more. Lift. Reach out. Sweep the leg back behind you. Good. And close. And lift. Reach out. Sweep the leg back behind you. And close. Whilst we're here, let's bring our hands together. We did this one recently, and I know a lot of people find this difficult. So this is where you want your hands like this, yeah, and arms. And we're just going to try and raise the elbows up. And as we do, we're going to look up. So you're looking up towards your hands. You're trying to reach back as far as you can. So doing a nice back extension. Then extend the arms up and all the way back over. Bending at the elbows. Try and bring your elbows together. So we're going to lift the elbows. Reaching up. Trying to lift your rib cage at the front. Lift your chest. Looking up. Leaning back. And then extend the arms. Coming back. Bending at the elbows. We'll do it one more time. Elbows together. Lift them up. Up, 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 up. Good. Reaching back. Extending, extending, extending. And coming all the way forward and back down. Well done. All right. So the exercise we did before, where we were floating that foot across the ground, we're going to try that now with a leg circle. So I want you to have your hands on your hips. Okay, and this is what we're going to do, is we're going to lift the leg, we're going to take it forward, and now we're going to circle it around to the back and through. Around to the back and through. Around to the back and through, and around to the back and through, and placing the foot down. Other side. So coming forward, around, and take it through. So it doesn't touch the floor once you start. around to the back and through, around to the back and through, and around to the back and through. Okay, and then from there we're going to do opposite arm. Okay, so we're going to take opposite arm forward. As the leg goes round, the arm is going to the side, and then it comes down as it comes through. Okay, out and through, out and through, and one more, out and through. Well done. Let's try the other side. You ready? So we're coming up. Now we've got opposite ways. Good. And through, up, out, and through, up, out, and through, and up, out, and through. Well done. Good. Give those legs a little shake. All right, so we're going to challenge your balance a little more. I'm just going to go sideways. I want your feet a little bit wider, so more like this, okay? But feet are just slightly turned out, so knees can be slightly turned out as well. All right, and then what we're going to do is deciding on how far you want to go. It's up to you. All right, you're going to bend your knees as much as you're comfortable with. You're then going to come up and push straight up onto your toes and press those hands back. Yeah, so we're going to bend and lift. Bend and lift. You've got to really pull up through those thighs. You've got to squeeze the bottom. Bend and lift. Use your tummy muscles to pull in as you lift up. Bend and up. Bend and up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you stay here? Can you stay here? Take your arms back and bring them forward. Take them back and bring them forward. Back and forward. Back and forward. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come on up. Give those legs a nice little shake out. All right, you're doing really well. So doing lots of work on the balance, coordination, the shoulders. Okay, so come to face me. Time is almost up. All right, so we're going to bring both our arms forward. We're going to bend them at the elbows. Now keep those elbows up. Rotate the hands back. And if you can, look up, reach the arms up, big stretch, and then circle the arms all the way down. Okay, so you're going to bring them up, bend, rotate, reach the arms up, reach the head up, lift the chest, and circle back. And again, lift, bend, externally rotate those shoulders, lift up, and circle round. Last one, lift, bend, rotate, reach, 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 and come back. Let's roll the shoulders out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And to finish, let's take the legs wide. Let's just do a nice little energizing move. So we're going to bend and reach, bend and reach, bend and reach, bend and reach. That's it. Bend and reach, bend and reach. So think of trying to push the ceiling away. Push with the heels of the hand. Push, push. Now you're going to bring the arm across, across, across. That's it. Try and get as much turn in your spine as you can. Reach, reach, reach. Now take it up. Going up and reach across. Going up and reach across. So I'm switching it around. Make your brains work. Up, across, up, across, up, across, up. Now we're going up the other way and across, up and across, up and across. A little soft bending of the knees. Good. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring those feet back. Well done. Let's take a deep breath in. Lift those arms up. Exhale, reaching out to the side. Deep breath in, lifting up. Exhale, reaching out. And last one, lifting up. Exhale, reaching out to the side. And thank you so much for joining me today. That was your 30 minutes of standing Pilates for balance, strength, and coordination. All right, do press the like button. Please do subscribe, and please share this with a friend or a Facebook group. That would really, really help. If you want to stick around for the chat, I'm going to come and talk to you now. And if you need to get off on your day, then have a fabulous day, and I'll see you soon. Okay, everyone, well done. I'm just very slightly out of breath there. I think we've got our heart rates up at the end there, didn't we? So do let me know in the chat what you thought. What I've done today is given you some more coordination work to try and get those neurological pathways really firing up between brain, nerves, and muscles. So hopefully you felt the benefit of that. If you found anything confusing or difficult to try and get those arms going in different directions, then you know that that's something for you to work on, all right? But do let me know in the chat what you thought. If you are new, thank you for coming today, and you are senior and you prefer the senior style workouts, then you can go to my seniors playlist. I will add this one once we finish today, so this can go into the senior playlist. And then you'll have a whole collection in there of videos, workouts I've done that I feel are suitable for seniors. And I've said this before, but I'm going to say it because it's really, really important to say this. I don't make any assumptions about you if you are senior. As I'm always telling you, I'm 58. People make assumptions about me all the time. I don't care about it. But what I want you guys to know is I'm not making an assumption about you being senior, because senior, just like being 30 or being 40, can mean so many different things for so many different people. You could be 80, super fit, no problems at all, and you can do all these workouts. You could be 80 and you could have severe arthritis and have had a shoulder replacement or a knee replacement and be in a different place. So, one thing I really want to try and help you all learn is how to work with your body, because all our bodies are different. I've got tons of injuries and I've learned how to work with them. I've also learned how to understand maybe when I need to rest or I need to get a little bit of help. I do see an osteopath because I do believe in having some regular treatment from an osteopath, particularly if you have spinal issues, which I do. So that's kind of how I work. I try and share with you all the information that I have. If I learn anything new, I pass it straight on, because that's what this is all about. This community, my community here, is all about trying to help you get the best out of your body. It's not about you being fit, healthy, and looking fabulous. I'm sure you will do anyway, but my priority has never been looks. It's always been feeling good in here and feeling good in here, as well as feeling good in your body. All right, so that's what I'm all about, just to give you a little bit of a kind of insight. I also wanted to let you know that I have been thinking lately about trying to tidy up the YouTube channel. And I wondered whether or not I ought to take off all my old videos, because if you go back and look at my first live stream, which was over 2 years ago, I had blonde hair and it was sort of this long. I only had a tiny old laptop. It was a very kind of basic. I was still giving the best I could, but things have changed a lot in that time. And yes, I was asking because I get a little bit of help from someone at YouTube now. I'm saying, oh, I don't know, should I take these videos off because they don't look very good? And what they said to me is leave them there because their content is good, and also because you like to see what's happened on my journey. So you can look back at my very first senior video, for example, that I think is now 3.5 million viewers, which is amazing. I'm so grateful that that hit the right people, that got to the right people. I'm really pleased about that. But you look at that video, you know, I was still in this room, but it was just a garage then. There was no insulation. I was down on the floor, and I looked very different. And I had no idea how to work this technology. So it's been quite the journey. But just to say, all those videos are going to stay on. So if you go into my seniors playlist, you'll see everything I've done that I feel is appropriate for seniors. And of course, if there's anything you want to see, you know that you can send requests to me. I have my little bit of paper here. I make my notes and I keep all those bits of paper and I tick things off as I do them. All right. So just wanted you to know that. Now, just going very quickly to the first question that came in today. Hi, Judith. Judith wanted to request another video for arthritis because it's hard to get down on the floor. Totally understand. So I'm going to make a note, Judith, to do another standing movement, Pilates stroke movement for arthritis. And we're going to be filming in just over a week's time. So if there's anything you haven't seen on the channel yet that you think would be good for everyone, do let me know. All right. I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat now because I just want to see what you guys thought of the challenges today. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight to our feedback. So Jackie Hanley, hello Jackie, lovely to see you. Jackie says, thank you, Rachel, liked that. Cheryl in Virginia, hi Cheryl, says, thank you, Rachel, today and Friday's exercise really helped my body, which has been getting a bit tight and cranky. Felt great. I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, before I forget everyone, Friday I did Pilates for hip and shoulder mobility. I've got to tell you, it's a really good session. If I say so that myself, it's only because I did it for myself as well. My hips, which can get a bit stiff, felt really good after. And I can't believe, but it's already had 15,000 views. So clearly it's really appealing to people that need that. So it was very much for dealing with this, which is where I'm sitting right now. Okay, tight shoulders and tight hips. So if you haven't seen it yet, do go check it out on my live streams playlist or look in my latest videos. You'll see it there. The other thing I did really want to do, and I know I don't like asking for money, but I'm just going to swallow my pride and do it, is it would really, really help if you could either make me a donation on here or on my Ko-fi page. So Kerwin has put the link for the Ko-fi page in the chat. And on Ko-fi, you can buy me a one-off coffee, and I know lots of you do. And it really genuinely helps. All that money goes into keeping this channel going. So I now have someone who helps me out with editing because there's so much going on. I can't do it all myself now. So that's where the money goes to. It goes towards making more content for you, making everything better quality. And then you can buy me a one-off coffee, but you can also set up a subscription. And if you feel that you could do that, that would really, really help. I mean, you can start a subscription at £3 a month. You don't have to spend lots of money. But the way I sort of think about it is, well, if you were going to a gym regularly, you'd have to pay a monthly membership. And I don't force anyone to pay, as you know. I always say, if you can't afford this, it's fine. I'm doing this for you and I'll keep doing it for you. But for those of you who feel you can help support me, that would be amazing, and set up a subscription. Some people give me $10 a month, £10 a month. Some people give me $50 a month. Some give me £3 a month. It's whatever you can afford. But that really helps because it kind of tells me what I've got coming in, and then from there I can work out when I can afford to do the filming, because this I do live at home. But as you know, I've got some other videos, all ones that are looking very good quality. I actually pay someone to film those now so that I can get more done for you, more in a day. And also my poor husband, who's running 2 jobs at a time, he doesn't have to be here. I'm actually sitting in a room on my own doing this, and he's in another room doing this as his sideline while he's also trying to work as well. So if you can do a subscription on Ko-fi, that would be just fantastic. If you can't, don't worry, because you know that I want to help. So I'm happy to do what I can. Anyway, enough of that. Going on, Rona Stevens. Hello, Rona. Rona says, that was fun. Good. Angie Sharp says, thank you, Rachel. That was great. Loved the brain work too. Yes, those arms in different directions. That's quite an exercise, isn't it? We used to do that in ballet class because one of the really important things for dance is coordination of the body. And coordination has to happen here first before it can happen in the arms, the legs, or whatever it may be. So that's why those exercises were in for you today. So I'm really glad you enjoyed them. Thanks, Angie. Sue Tranter. Hello, Sue. Lovely to see you here. Sue says, thank you, Rachel. I needed that. Broke my wrist a while ago and healing is slow. Looking forward to getting back on track. Love the standing Pilates. Oh, Sue, sorry to hear about your wrist, but I'm really happy you were here today because you could do a full workout without worrying about it, right? Because there was no pressure, there was no floor work. So really, really good. Thank you, Sue. And yes, wishing you a speedy recovery for your wrist. Sandra Reynoldson. Hello, Sandra. Lovely to have you here. Sandra says, thank you very much, Rachel. That was a great session to mobilize the body and challenge balance. It was indeed. As you could see, it challenged me too. And I don't know about you, but I like to be challenged in my fitness, because if you're not challenged, you can't get stronger. And when I say challenge, I don't mean to the point of being in pain or feeling awkward or thinking, oh, I just can't do this. A challenge means it's a bit of a stretch, but you can just about do it. And that's kind of the place we try and get to, or the place I try and get you to in these workouts, which is why I do so much variety, because I know a lot of you are very accomplished movers and you need the challenge as well for you. So that's what it's all about. But I'm really, really glad to hear that. Thank you, Sandra. Sally Greta Rex. Hello, Sally. Lovely to have you here. Sally says, thank you, Rachel. Love the standing Pilates. Good to know, Sally. We've also got Margaret Scott. Hello, Margaret. Margaret says, loved this, but my balance and coordination needs a bit of work. Sorry, can't stay for the chat as it's tea time, but thanks for this session. That's okay, Margaret. You have a lovely tea. Lily Mars. Hello, Lily. Lovely to see you're here. I'm sure it must be very warm for you in Spain, because it certainly is warm over here. I think it's 29 degrees here in the studio, so I'm pretty hot at the moment. Lily says, that was a fun workout, some different challenges. I enjoyed starting at the feet and working up to the neck. Good. Yeah, I like to move things up. One of the things I've kind of been thinking a lot about lately is how important our feet are. I think it's possibly because I've had to have surgery on my feet twice in the last 2 years, and it's pretty debilitating having your feet operated on. And it's kind of made me really aware that it's so good to feel grounded, to really feel your feet on the floor, to be able to mobilize your feet, mobilize your toes, your metatarsals, your ankles. So that's what today was all about, getting everything mobile. So really glad you liked that, Lily. Thanks for letting me know. Marianne Marcolongo. Hello, Marianne. Lovely to see you here. And Mary says, thank you for another great Monday workout. You're very welcome, Mary. Lovely to have you here. Millie E. Hello, Millie. Millie says, that was perfect. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Paula Moorhead said, that was such a great workout for my 65-year-old body. Thanks so much, especially for the coordination and the balance movements. Yeah, they're really kind of good, aren't they? Working on balance and coordination. I think it's so important because you can be strong, you can go to a gym and lift loads of weights, but if you don't have your balance and you don't have your coordination, you're missing out two vital parts of moving. Yeah, because we need to move our strength. We need flexibility, right? Because you could have strong shoulders, but if you can't move them, then you're missing out on your movement. And then you need the balance in order to be able to stand up and do that movement. And of course, the coordination. So you can alternate right arm, left leg, whatever it might be. And all those things put together give you really good control over your body, which is what this is all about. Jane S. Hello, Jane S. Jane says, I had carpal tunnel surgery 3 months ago. Are there exercises for this? Yes, Jane, there are. Carpal tunnel surgery, you've had presumably some procedure in here. I'm hoping, Jane, that you've had physiotherapy. Very important to have physiotherapy post-operatively. And yes, there are exercises you can do. I'd have to do a video for that because it's quite specific. But have a look and see if you've got the physio details, because they're really important. And then I'll look into what would be appropriate for you. If you're 3 months down the line, I'm guessing that you've got some mobility back in your wrists. Really difficult things with carpal tunnel are, of course, moving the wrist, particularly in this direction. So let me have a look at that for you, Jane. And I'm going to make a note to try and film something for you, maybe a short 5 minutes, because I think sometimes that's all you need, isn't it? It's 5 minutes of guidance, what would be right. And I have to say, let me just flag up that I am a movement expert, but I'm not medically trained. I'm not a physiotherapist and I'm not a doctor. So I'm going to give you the movements that I know from physiotherapy, from my studies anatomically are good. But if you have any worries medically, you must see your GP, you must see your physiotherapist, okay? Get referred, because that's really, really important. When I first started my Pilates training, I worked in a sports injury clinic. So I worked constantly with expert physiotherapists, and I learned so much from that. And I really, really enjoyed that experience because it challenged my brain as well. And you know that I like to really get things right. So I'll have a look into that for you, Jane. I've made a note. You can see me, I'm scribbling down on my piece of paper here. Super. Lily Mars says, I love the old videos. The workouts are great and the quality is better than a lot of channels. Oh, thank you very much, Lily. So there you go, everyone. Why not make your task for this week to do one of my new videos, but maybe go back to the beginning and do one of the old videos with the old me, with the blonde hair and the short hair and the old studio, because the quality is always good. In terms of the content, it's obviously, it looks very different. But that's great to know. Thank you so much, Lily. Calva, hello Calva. Calva says, thanks for that workout, Rachel. Some great new exercises there. Loved the new balance challenges too. Thank you so much, Calva. I like to really get creative with those movements. I'm really glad you enjoyed that. Jane says, really enjoyed the workout at 65. My balance is a bit off. Yes, balance we really have to work on, particularly as we get post 50. Very, very important. So I would say, guys, if you know your balance is not quite where you'd like it to be, try and do at least one of these workouts a week, if not two, that are focused on the balance, because it will really, really help. And it will build your confidence back, because I know from working with clients that when balance starts to be a little bit unpredictable for them, they lose their confidence when they're out and about. They maybe make decisions that they wouldn't make normally, like decisions not to go and do something because they're a little bit concerned about their balance. Let that be you. Think, okay, I recognize I might need a bit of help here, so I'm going to focus on working on my balance, and just do that. Try doing that for the next 6 weeks, just picking videos that are really targeting balance. And you'll know, because I've got balance written in there, all my senior workouts have an element of that in as well, because it is one of those things we have to work on. Excuse me. Yeah, and see how you go. All right, Jane. So it's really good to recognize it as well. Thank you very much for all your donations. Really do appreciate that today. Sarah Runicles, hello, Sarah. Sarah says, I think work on neck and thoracic region are good workouts. The golf workout is so good. I'd like to see more. The 10 minutes up the wall is brilliant. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Yes, very good. And that's a very good point Sarah has made. The thoracic region, so the cervical and thoracic region. So cervical is neck, thoracic is below the neck, going down to pretty much bottom of your rib cage, somewhere around there. That's your thoracic spine. And for women especially, but I would say men as well, just as much now, that area tends to stiffen up as we get older. So it isn't just that you tend to round forward, but it just gets a little less mobile because we use it less. So working on thoracic rotation, which is exactly what I did in my standing video for golf. So maybe what I'll do, Sarah, is I'll do a standing workout for the thoracic spine. I'll take the golf title. I won't use golf in it. And then hopefully more of you will go look at it. But if you haven't done my golf video, please go and do my golf video, people, because it's all about shoulders and thoracic rotation. It's a really good one. And it's only 10 minutes, so you can fit it in easy. But Sarah, that's really, really good. And also the Pilates, standing Pilates against the wall for forward head posture. I did have a question. I think I'm going to put this on my community page. If you don't look at my community page, please do check it, because I put little posts on there, but I also do polls. So that's how we ended up doing 4:30 on a Monday, because I got lots of votes. But I'd kind of like to know from you guys if you would like me to do a weekly suggestion, because at the moment I do 10 videos for the month. And I suggest that you look at those 10 videos and you do those 10 videos. But would you like to have something more often? Would you like to have 3 videos to do this week, for example? Obviously, we're all different ages and levels, but I can do 3 suggested videos or 5 suggested videos. They're quite simple for me to put together. I just haven't yet, because we're already working out twice a week together anyway, aren't we? So I figured, well, you get 2 lives with me a week and you get a video on a Sunday. So that's already 3 videos. Maybe that would be overkill. But let me know. Let me know what you think. Would love to know. Okay, so Jane S says, yes, please keep the old videos. I like to repeat these workouts. Well, that's really, really good to know. Thank you. And you'll see down there, if you look down, Kerwin has put the posture videos. He's put a link to it there. All right. So all is good. So just a quick thank you now for our donations today. So if you've donated to me on Ko-fi, thank you very much indeed. Really, really helps. If you do donate on occasion, maybe you could consider setting up a subscription, because that would be brilliant. And it's very easy to do on the Ko-fi site. And then you'll know you are literally supporting me day to day with making these films for you. And Cheryl in Virginia, thank you very much for joining me today on 4th of July and donating. Cheryl says, hi, I decided to join you this morning instead of my little town's 4th of July walking parade. The drill team with folding lawn chairs is my favorite. That sounds amazing, Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining us today. Rona Stevens, thank you very much for your donation today. Much appreciated. Margaret Scott, who's already having her afternoon tea, so she won't be listening, but thank you, Margaret, for your donation. Mary Margaret, thank you very much for your donation. Much appreciated. And I know it must be 4th of July for you as well, so happy 4th of July. And that's it, I think, everyone. Oh, I think I saw Sarah Runicles as well. Yes, Sarah. Thank you very, very much for your donation too. It's been really lovely to see you all. Sally is just saying thoracic workout would be great as I have T4 syndrome. But since doing your videos, I haven't seen the chiropractor for nearly 12 weeks. Wow, that's amazing. I'm really glad to hear that, Sally. As you can see, Boo has arrived. She's going to, what are you doing? Did you come to tell me it's time to finish? She likes to remind me when it's time for her walk. But yes, Sally, I've made a note for Sarah and Sally, thoracic rotation. So I'll try and film something for you next week. All right, I'm making a note to film it. All right, so until then, I will see you all this Friday. If you're around Friday morning, I'll be live at 10. I'll also be live again next Monday at the same time here. I haven't worked out what we're going to do yet, but I'll have a think about it and I will post it a little bit later in the week. So whatever you're doing, I hope you have a really, really wonderful week. Happy Monday, everybody. And for everyone on that side of the pond, happy 4th of July. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.